The Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13, and it was a much closer game than anyone could have expected. Sean Payton said after the game that what the Chiefs did, they played a soft zone and tried to shorten the game. The kind of stuff that we used to hear defenses facing the Chiefs would try to do. Shorten the game, force the Chiefs offense to earn every blade of grass. Now, the Chiefs defense, as they're trying to win these games with a less than offense, they didn't want to get burned. They didn't want to give the Broncos short possessions where they score touchdowns. They wanted to keep it close. And it worked. It worked. Even though the Broncos outgained them 303 yards to 189, it was 13-13 until very late in the game. And the Chiefs had 3 scoring drives, all of which were short. 35 yards for a touchdown after the lone interception of the game. Nick Bolton picked off Bo Nix. There was a 28-yard drive, 27 yards of which came on penalties that gave the Chiefs a field goal. And then the other field goal drive was a mere 16-yard effort to make it 13-13 going into that final 2 minutes of the game. And something else Peyton talked about afterward, because 4th and 2 from the Kansas City 9 with 2 minutes left. Broncos had plenty of time to think about it. They had the full 2-minute warning. Amazon Analytics, Next Gen Stats, whatever it is, said kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. Usually. And now, it's possible ESPN Analytics would have said go, because it always says go. But it was 4th and 2, maybe a little less than 2. The Broncos were lining up as if they were going to go for it. Sean Payton said they were never going to go for it. And I don't know how much of that is factored into the overall analytics exercise. They ultimately didn't snap the ball, but they got a first down. And they have a play that they called Harrisburg. And Peyton was explaining last night, it was a formation they'd never used before. It's called a no-brainer freeze, where no one is going to move. And the whole idea is to get the defense to jump into the neutral zone. And Quinn Miners did a phony set hut after Bo Nix, and you can see Bo Nix lift his leg up the way Peyton Manning, close enough. Peyton Manning used to do, lift up the leg and put it down. Right after that, Miners yells a dummy set hut, and Chris Jones falls into the neutral zone, and that's that. 4th and 2 becomes 1st and goal. A few plays later, nice little rollout from Bo Nix, finds R.J. Harvey in the back of the end zone, 20-13. And hey, to their credit, with Chris Oladukin, they get down the field, long drive, get to 4th and 8. I didn't love the throw into the end zone. I thought they were just going to throw to Travis Kelce on every single play of the final drive. And it looked like there may have been a window underneath. And on 3rd and 8, I'm glad they finally showed a replay after the 4th down play, because real time from the angle that was on the broadcast, it's like, was the defender laying on his back as the ball went by? And the replay showed that he wasn't. So there wasn't a missed DPI there, but there was a missed connection to Hollywood Brown in that end of the game. So 20-13, the Kansas City Chiefs win. And said Kelce after the game, I'll let that be a decision I make with my family, friends, the Chiefs organization when the time comes. Obviously, the speculation, it was his last game at Arrowhead Stadium, as he has one game left before he ends his career. He lingered on the field for a little while afterward, taking it all in. He took it all in a little extra during pregame warmups. And this is all a matter of what's in the eye of the beholder. I heard during the broadcast they thought he looked a little extra emotional after the national anthem. I fully expect him to retire. I expected him to retire after the Super Bowl. I think if they'd won the Super Bowl, he would have retired. I think the frustration that comes from getting blown out and embarrassed and having that effort to win 3 in a row come to a stunning halt. The way he talked about it just a few days later on the New Heights podcast, I thought, this is a guy who is going to retire, and something convinced him to give it one more shot. What coming out of this 6-10 season so far would convince him to give it one more shot with a goal of leaving with a Super Bowl trophy under his arm? They all want it. Why wouldn't you want it? I would want that. The Hollywood ending, walk off into the sunset. Not many guys get to do it. Now, maybe he'd like to come back for one more year and be part of the effort to rebuild, to get back to the playoffs. Then you just want to get to the playoffs. That's the victory. You don't have to win the Super Bowl. That's just gravy on top of it. Let's just get to the playoffs and I'll walk away after that. But I think he's probably going to retire. I don't know. The way he's talking, it just feels like that's what's going to happen. And if he does come back, he mentioned he has to talk to the Chiefs organization. Yes, he does. He's going to be a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants. I don't get the impression he will, not the way he talks about the Chiefs. And if the Browns were good right now, he's from Cleveland. I could see maybe him trying to finish up there with his hometown team. I think he I think he pleaded with the Browns to draft him way back when. I think he really wanted to play for the Browns, but I can't see him playing for anyone other than the Chiefs, but I don't think he's going to play at all next year. The other thing, too, we've learned, whether it was Brett Favre, Tom Brady in past years, or Brandon Graham, and most recently Phillip Rivers, a retirement decision is not irrevocable. He could be back at some point during a season, if and when the need arises, and if and when he still feels the itch to suit up and play.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.